Hey Toy Collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com, giving you a look at one 12-inch or 1/6 scale, which help I had the box up the right way, Tony Stark Hot Toys The Mechanic MMS 209. So brand new, this figure is one from Iron Man 3 the movie, in case you don't know, and the sequence where he basically attacks on the Mandarin's mansion and uses all sorts of goodies to get rid of some baddies. So pretty plain box. There is some nice little features of a circuit board there on the side of the box, and other than that the packaging is pretty plain. Really not a great deal going on, so yeah, all over pretty plain stuff. Normally we sometimes get stills from the movie, but this instead is the Hot Toys itself. So that's the box. Inside the box is a small piece of cardboard, and it just says "I am Iron Man" on the front of that there, and a little bit of a shot of all the people involved in the figure itself. A very familiar face if you buy Hot Toys, JC Hong, and a few others there, so it's definitely a very good and solid figure. The figure itself comes with a stand, pretty good stand actually, really red, strong, popping off Iron Man 3 logo. It just looks really good. The transfer is just a very solid red. Marvel logo there, and the Tony Stark the Mechanic title. So great, I love these stands because it means it's consistent with everything else. So we get a Corch stand here on this one, good stuff. Now, read the instructions with Hot Toys because there's a lot of crap in this figure, a lot of pieces and bits that you need to put together carefully. So for example, the very first thing you'll see is and I would strongly recommend you do not take the hoodie off, because trying to get the tiny little zip back on is a pain in the arse. So don't go there. Just try very carefully, because what you have to do, there's some plastic around the body, as you'll see. You can pop off Tony's head, and there is a t-shirt underneath with the AIM logo, the baddies of the movie. And underneath is some plastic sheeting or coating underneath that there. And that allows you, once you've got it taken off, you can see that switch in the back, which allows you to activate Tony's arc reactor on his chest. And all these other bits and pieces here. So yeah, there's a bit of plastic wrap around the body. Take care when you're doing that. The rest of it, there's some pretty basic instructions about when you turn the head so that it doesn't scratch against the neck. You'll know the stuff if you're getting a Hot Toys. And basically don't keep the sunglasses on the figure forever, because it'll also stain a little bit. Toys decompose, they're not meant to be around forever. And this, if you leave it out in the sun or heat, it could eventually do it. That's one of the accessories we get there, goggles and holographic display parts. Not my favourite, I will show you, but yeah, if you want to put it together, that's how you do it. Really looks a little bit stupid, I think, but there you go. If that's your boat, may it float. You get also put one of the boots on Tony. You can give him one of the Iron Man parts on his leg. Sadly, this is a pain in the ass to get on as well, and it's more hassle than it's worth. And I'm really not going there because I don't really want to display it that way, but we'll show you the leg nonetheless. So it is a bit intricate and fiddly. On the other side there, few more bits and pieces. Let me get this right, I'll show you. So other bits and pieces such as the arm, how you detach it from the socket. There's a magnetic piece in the arm I'll show you if you want to use the Mark 42 armour. Little other swappable out things there for different hands to get the right poses with them, as you'll see there. We've even got the Dora the Explorer limited edition watch in the pack. That electronic glove that he comes with that electrocutes a guy in the head. And is that the little watch? It is indeed. That's the tiny little watch, and that's some stickers in the set, which I'll show you just soon as well. So that, again, lots of accessories here, so apologies for the delay. We will show you in the figure in a second. So this tells you how to put the backpack pieces together. Lots and lots of intricate parts and pieces. And I love the little Tony Stark newspaper. And that eventually makes this backpack here, which puts over Tony's shoulder. Finally onto the figure. And here he is. And he's well worth the wait. That sculpt is absolutely on the money. I really love the way they've pulled this together. The Mark 42 armour is very dirty and scraped, and it just looks fantastic. Really, really good indeed. As usual, this is Hot Toys. If you never had a Hot Toys figure before, you're going to be impressed. 1/6 scale of just awesome. That machine gun looks the part. It even has, as most Hot Toys tend to do, if I wiggle that out a little bit, hopefully it'll work. Or probably it won't, because it's live. This is what happens. There we go. You get a little machine clip, and inside at the top is a little silver, well, not a silver bullet, but just a little gold coloured kind of bullet. It's a very common thing for Hot Toys to do on their machine guns and rifles. And that's been a pain, so I'll put that back later. So, again, 1/6 scale. Basically, these figures are super articulated. As you'll see from the wrist joint, if you've never had one of these before, they're just super articulated all over. Lots and lots of movement. However, do check the manual. There are some limitations there. Yes, it's a pretty full-on articulated figure. I love the outfit that he's got. As you'll see there, he's wearing that AIM t-shirt. And just, you know, the little zippers work. They are a little fiddly to put back on, so again, don't take them off. But cool jeans. I love those jeans, man. They're very, very cool. And a cool set of boots as well that he wears in the movie, which is rather cool. And a little bit of dirt on the bottom. So it's a pretty plain figure. It's like a huge Action Man, really, when I was a kid. Or G.I. Joe for you Americans. But grand figure this is. I love the detail. The facial sculpt is very much on the money. And the blood that's on his face is just... it just looks the part. It really, really does. Absolutely Robert Downey Jr. There is no parallel eyeball rolling system here, which is a bit of a cheat because on the images for the product that we were shown and given by Hot Toys, the eyes are at one point looking to the side. So there's a bit of cheating going on there, I think. But yes, very cool figures. The sunglasses are removable and lots of accessories. Let's get a quick look at them. So this big backpack comes in there, and you'll see all the zips and pouches and clips. They all work, which is just beyond scary at this scale. So if we have a look at this one, let me see if I can try and find. So that tiny little clip there, if I can, I don't have much nails, but if I unclip that there, whoa, there we go. You'll see that works. So incredibly detailed, bit of a figure, absolutely tiny, but it allows you to put all the bits and pieces together. And that slings over Tony's shoulder. Now, lots of bits that go into that. I'm not going to take all these out because it's very hard to see. This is a much easier way. Tony Stark is missing. We get a little fold-up newspaper, and it's the Hot Daily News or something like that. So obviously there's a bit of a reference there to Hot Toys. We get the components from the movie. We get to see that syringe plugged into a bottle. We get a pair of pliers there, or clippers. We get that swing missile that he uses. That taser that he uses as well, the Christmas bauble full of gunpowder, and that little spot there was where the Dora the Explorer watch is, which I should have shown you. And again, I've yet to put the sticker on, but it's just a piece of plastic for the watch that goes onto his wrist. And then you also get inside a tiny little set of stickers that you can barely see it, but that makes the Dora Explorer watch peeps, and you get some spare stickers too if you rub it off. And the little clear stick there is to help you put on the small lights on the boot and on the forearm and on his back if you want, and that's that. So that was also the goggles. They mentioned that virtual reality kind of headset that he has. It's a very clear but slightly translucent blue piece. It's very hard to see. There's really just not a great deal going on. And underneath that is a smaller headset that clips round. Again, we've got lots of photographs on this on it. It looks a whole lot better than me trying to fiddle around with it. But yes, you can put that on if you want. I'm not going to bother. A little bit too fiddly and breakable for me. He also comes with one of these kind of nail guns that he has, which I just love. I love the detail on it. Let me just zoom in there and I'll show you the kind of details around the little joins and the pipes. It's ace. That's really, really well done. So very intricate, very detailed stuff, as usual by Hot Toys. So one kind of nail or compression gun, whatever you want to call it. Now, also in the box is just, see what I mean by a ton of features, a pile of things in here in the box. So we get different sets of hands. Obviously, you get a swappable hand here as well instead of the unit, which I should show you, which was detachable. So this allows you to just pop this off, and it's magnetic, and that clips onto that piece there on the arm, and back on it goes. And that's it. So it makes it a very easy fit, and it does cause a little bit of ruffling up here at the top with the kind of jumper or his hoodie, but that's the way it goes. So what else have we got in this box here? A few more bits and pieces. We've seen them already, but just to show you again, we get the boot that Tony can put on if he wants to. Very, very detailed. A little bit awkward again with the trousers, but you can kind of poke them down in there. Again, it's a pain in the ass, so good luck with that one. And a small boot that goes on the foot too, if you want to put that on as well. So again, one leg and one arm of Mark 42 armour on this figure. It does look very good. And again, all the photographs, again, just check out TekSushi.com on Facebook or Google+. Look at the Tony Stark Mechanic Gallery. You'll see all the different pictures and scenarios basically for him. There's lots of swappable hands, the usual kind of stuff. We've got pointy fingers, we've got gripping hands. Not a great deal else going on. You've got some spare pieces here, such as one of these other hands that allows individual components to be moved and articulated. Articulated fingers, I mean, it makes these Hot Toys class. And all that weathering detail there, that tarnish, is just beautifully done. So that makes up the fact that you've spent a small fortune on this figure. Which, by the way, if you want to buy this figure, have a look below, pointing underneath the video, and you'll get a link to have a look at the figure where you can buy, etc., find out a bit more, and join us as well on some of the social channels, so check it out. One other small component there is that other glove, that great scene where he puts that in someone's head in the movie and basically electrocutes the crap out of them. So, good scene. And that's pretty much Tony Stark the Mechanic. He's an excellent figure. Strongly recommend him if you haven't got the other one. In fact, I prefer this to some of the Hot Toys suits of armour for Iron Man. We haven't seen Red Snapper yet, and I'll reserve judgment till it arrives, but I have to say I think I prefer this to Red Snapper overall. So I'm just something about it, just the combination of it. It's a cool scene in the movie, and it's kind of fun. So I like this. Very impressed, but love to know your thoughts. What do you think? Is Tony Stark the Mechanic Hot Toys one for you, or are you just Hot Toyed out? You had enough of Hot Toys and their endless Iron Man releases? We'd love to know. Please leave a comment below. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It was a very quick review. We could spend half an hour on this figure and show you all the bits and pieces, but you'd be bored. So trust me, it's a good figure. Pick it up if it's part of your collection. But again, love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and tell us what you think. And we will see you for more Iron Man reviews, let me tell you, coming up not too far away. See you soon. Cheers.